chapter presentation. Do you have any question before I start the teaching with regards to that? No, Okay, no need to record your face. If you want to record your face, you can, but if you don't want, it's up to you. Basically, my student did it lah. Okay, you can use screen recording function inside the what you call it? Inside. Let me present first. You can use screen recording. Screen where the function here? Okay, you can use screen recording, which is under animation. Where is it? Okay, under insert, under insert, and then there is a media here. It's called screen recording, or you can use slideshow using record slide now. What's the difference between these two? Record slideshow only record on slide only. You cannot go out from the slide. You cannot, you cannot go to website. Okay? For example, like this, you cannot check. You cannot do this. Okay, if you are using the record slideshow. No, Afifa, are you here? You are the one who actually said, right? Or am I wrong? Okay. Okay, so using slideshow, record slideshow, only record based on slide only. But if you are putting insert, you are actually record the whole screen of your laptop. So you can actually go in, go out. Go in, go out. So there are two ways. And if you see in if you watch my YouTube, there are two. Oh no, I only do a tutorial for this one only. Record slideshow. But for the screen recording, I give you another link which is from other people teaching. Okay. And you also have a group presentation. That one I would suggest you use Gmeet, which I'm going to explain later on. Later after Raya. Okay. If you have any question, do interrupt me. Okay, we go to this one. This one is called types of copywriting. We have teasers, soft sell, and hard sell. So teaser is like this. Okay. Right now I'm actually doing an trap week for my students. If you want to buy something, if you want to support your student, you can go into this entrap week. Okay, teasers is like this. Teasers is like this, coming soon. Or maybe you can actually, for example, like it's about that, isn't it? Okay, let me go to this one. Yes. This one. Sometimes you just do a photograph of not the whole product of yours. What is that? Jesus. This one? This one also can lah. This is one is like part of the teasers. Okay, something like this. you just show a little bit of your product and say coming soon. So what is the strategy for teasers? How to write teaser. Okay, let me go back to your assignment. What's the assignment? Okay. Okay, for teasers. And now we are going to go to the last one. Okay, the copywriting of teasers. Number one is coming soon. The way you write, you can write, for example, coming soon. A new product, something. A new cookies will satisfy your buyer energy, something. Okay, energy. All right. Okay, that is one thing. Or maybe you can actually write, for example, like we have a secret to tell. And then what is it? It's a bit not too long, but that's how teaser is. Okay. You can actually have, for example, a photograph of half of your product, or maybe a quarter of your product, and say, do you recognize this? Or maybe you can ask people, are you interested in this? Okay, now so this is the way of writing a teaser. So you choose one teaser that actually will complement all the things from product keywords, your product, your target audience, your main target market, and also your SWOT. So when it comes to the last one, this one, you must reflect back since the beginning of the SWOT analysis. You focus on something that is actually very pleasing or very interesting about your product compared to the others. And then the way you write also, you must, for example, if you are targeting more on women, the way you write also must be more on women. Okay, for example, like teasers, basically they want to focus on unaware of a customer that is actually unaware. So how you are going to to educate them. And then this one also, you can actually, based on this one, the benefits and so on, and try to include the keywords from, no need hashtag, I think teaser, no need hashtag. You can include keywords that has been used by, that you actually put here, 20 product keywords inside your teasers as well. Okay, so that is teaser. Next is soft sell. Soft sell is storytelling, or you are sharing information. Okay, soft sell is actually like this is storytelling. You can actually do a storytelling, or you can actually share good information or information that is benefit your readers. Okay, you can actually teach your customer how to use a product, how to use your product, and so on. And then you can also show your expertise. Okay, let me go and see. For examples of sell, Kia. Okay, let me find their video. I'm not asking you to put any video or maybe photos. This one is just all report, all sentences. Okay. So this is soft sell, even though that they show products, but they are not really like showing any price or something. What is actually IKEA try to actually show here is their expertise on how to actually sort out your stuff inside their cupboard. Yeah? So this is one of the soft sell that IKEA use, which is very efficient. I can say people love to buy that because they feel that the product can give them benefits back to their home. This one also self-sell, but this one talks about the happiness, the happiness of having their product inside your home, something. Okay. For example, like if you're selling cookies, you can actually talks about Ramadan and all. But for soft sell, I know that there are many things when it comes to soft sell. But for this soft sell, I want you to create copywriting that is connected to your product or service. Some people, they do a soft sell that is not really connected to your product or service. For example, let me see, what is this? What is the example that is not connected at all? Go back to mine. This is not wrong. It's just that I want a copywriting that is connected. This is not wrong to do, but I want that customized one lah, meaning that it's actually reflecting your business. For example, like this one. Okay, this is soft sell. For example, Happy Ramadan. Even though that there is a logo there, but this is not really connected lah. It's just something that is just to make your page quite interesting lah, rather than all the hard sell thing. Any problem so far? You have any question? No, Okay, hard sell. Hard sell is the common one, which is a copywriting that have heading, product specification, agency, call to action, benefit, sales promotion, or what I can say is the last one, which is the ICA. Okay, so after this, I'm going to teach you how to use ICA. So one of the example, where is it? Oh no, this one. Okay, one of the example of hard sell, basically like this one. Okay, this is the heading. This is the description of the price. Okay, basically there is a price there. Okay, and then there is a call to action, which is people can actually click, and then they go to your page. So basically the photograph is like this lah for hard sell, but the copywriting also different. Okay, so we go to ICA. ICA is for hard sell. Okay, ICA is the formulation that marketers use for copywriting in advertisement for hard sell. Soft sell and teaser is not following this one, because soft sell is different from the soft sell and teaser is different from hard sell. Okay, so ICA number one is A, which is you need to attract the attention of your customer. So how to attract the attention of your customer is through headline. Headline means you need to have a headline, which is the basically the headline is in the uppercase font. Okay. Okay, I think I give you already. What is it? The headline example that I give you. Okay. Okay, you can use this to do your copywriting. Okay. So your there is a thumb or guideline for headline. You must have uniqueness. You can either have uniqueness or ultra specific, or maybe you create some urgency or useful. Okay, for example, like this one, have you tried out siakap miangkap? Miangkap is siakap miangkap is a menu which is unique. So this copywriting using unique as the rule of thumb. Okay, last call. This one using the urgency rule of thumb. Are you tired of ironing your shawl? This one is useful. So you can either use several, but basically one headline is just around 2 to 3 sentence only. Okay. So you focus on self-interest that can give benefit to the customer oneself. When you want to do your headline, you focus on what kind of a benefit that the customer will have. Maybe your customer dream, for example, are you dreaming to have your first million or something? Okay, customer avoidance. For example, like you want to have acne-free face on Raya Day, on 8. Okay, but this one is quite avoidant. I don't really suggest to do copywriting because this one creates some sort of negativity. But I know there are some people who actually use this as customer avoidant, especially like weight loss or something like that. Okay, makeup, health and beauty lah, basically customer avoidance. Okay, and then you can actually also use a new offer coming soon, or maybe you can actually provide some sort of unique selling point. This one actually you get it from the SWOT analysis, the strength, and also you can actually focus on this one, USP, this one. You take it from here. Okay, so you can see in here, there are many headlines that you can use. For example, you can start with how. How about I tell you there is a product to fulfill your hunger, blah, blah, blah. Okay, you can start with this. Who else wants to join us, especially MLM? Multi-level marketing. Introducing this one, a new product, announcing also new product or new business, new product, and now finally wanted. Why? Because it's coming soon. So basically this is like a teaser, but teaser and soft sell have a different way. They don't really use the ICAR, but hard sell use ICAR. Okay, easy payment plan, especially for a very expensive product, for example, like Dyson or maybe expensive one of gadgets. Free offer, bonus, reduced price. So you can put all this in your headline. So how to enhance the power of headline? Use simple and short language. I would suggest around two to three sentences. 3 sentences is the maximum. The best one is using only 1 sentence lah. Use customer language, or if you want to write it in Malay, for example, like LOL. This is short, on the way, OTW. But don't use that so much lah for the short form. And if you want to use the short form, you can, but make sure that the short form is known by many lah, meaning like LOL. LOL known by many, laugh out loud. Or a very complicated short form, try to avoid. Okay, and then use trending word, trending keyword. You go back to your product keywords and product hashtag. Okay. Play with customer emotion. I already mentioned about this before. You can use suitable emoji after you put on your headline. Okay. I cannot put emoji in here, but I think we have the emoji. Insert symbol. More symbol. You can put emoji inside your headline. Okay. Okay. What's more? You can use customer title, for example, if you focus on Datuk or ministry or people, doctors, professor. So that one you can use all professor are invited. If that is your target customer lah. You can use a short form, but make sure it's known. We call trending short form lah. You can and use an uppercase letter. Make sure it's all big. And then you can try to distinguish between headline and intro, and use number 1 to 3. Take number 1 to 3, but don't put. Okay, use number. Sorry, use number 1 to 3. Don't put long numbers. Okay. What do you mean by what it means by this one? For example, you can use a headline, but this one is copywriting for something else. Do you want to know 3 ways to you want to know 3 ways to solve your acne scar? Okay. For example, this one. Okay. So in copywriting, the magic number that you can actually put here, there are several numbers. 3, 5, 7, and 11. Okay, this I don't know why, but this is what industry say. Meaning that, for example, 5 ways to connect with your loved ones, 7 ways, 7 solution, 11 ways. So this is the magic number, and of course it's actually not this is all the four numbers that you can use in your copywriting. I don't know why, but don't wonder why, but this is actually the tips. Okay. Okay. Okay, next one is interest. Okay. Well, once you do your headline, they suggest that there is a tips number 10, distance between headline and intro. So what I would suggest is either you use this one, the dash one, or you can use this one. Some people use dash. If you see in Facebook or WhatsApp, they use this. They use these tips to distance, or maybe you can use this one. This is a new trend. Before this, they use dash. They use the dash. Now they use point. Okay. Why this is needed? Because if you're not putting this one, it seems like there is no headline, there is no introduction, or there is no content within the headline. Okay, let's go and see the Instagram. Let's go and see my students' Instagram. Okay, let's say they do it or not. Okay, they do. Okay. They are very funny in their ads. Okay. Okay. Any questions so far? No, Yeah, itu. Everyone okay? All right. Okay. I'm quite having like anxiety if let's say like people silent all the way. Okay. Apa saya nak tunjuk tadi lupa. Okay. Let me see their copywriting. Okay. I think I cannot find their copy. This is all that is testimony. They don't put copywriting here. What happened? They don't put that. Okay, let me go and see. Okay. So as you can see in here, in this PTT outdoor, they use point. Okay, to distance between these. This is actually a headline. This is introduction or content. Okay. And then they use this dot to actually emphasize there is this distance between headline and also the content. So if let's say you see here, there is no. Okay, so we don't know whether that this one is headline or not. So that's why, as you can see here, I guess this one is the headline. But there is a distance, but the distance not using any like dash, 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 or maybe dot, dot. So cannot really see. Okay, this one is just, this is not using a hard sell one. Okay, so basically, there is a copywriting for different platform, of course, but I think on the PTT one, they use the copywriting, good copywriting. Okay. So use the distance thingy. Okay, in interest is actually the content after the headline. Okay, It's actually to support the headline of the photo. So basically, use short sentence. You may include emotional elements, but not necessary. You don't have to put every emotional elements if you want to forget lah. If let's say your product is actually connected to emotional things, for example, like insurance, but cookies not so much, okay? Or maybe a health product like detox. You can actually put emotional elements in it, okay? Highlight or bold the main words, okay? State the benefit of your product and service combined with interesting photos, okay? I don't need photos for this assignment. Okay, you can do testimony in the content. You can put some question, or maybe you ask storytelling, something. Okay. For example, like you do a testimony, my neighbor beside my house already tasted it, very good, blah blah blah. Okay. Or maybe you can actually talk about the specific things or the characteristic of your product that is very good when it comes to your USP or unique selling point. Endless fuss free, hanya essential. This one is okay. When both crowd from share of blah blah blah. This one talking about special price or something. Okay. D is desire. So between headline, interest, and desire. Okay, this one is headline. Okay. I, interest, and desire can be combined. So no need to actually make a distance between them. Can be combined to actually using the fact formula, which is the feature of your product, the benefits. Okay, what is the difference between feature and benefits? But feature is the design of the product. For example, you see from it what is actually you can see from the product itself, but the benefit is actually the advantage that your customer will get. For example, this one, benefit of Anya. You can use F only, or maybe A only, B only, or maybe you can combine in between. So it doesn't matter. Okay, you can use a uppercase letter to actually bold something. If you want to bold something, for example, your product name, benefit of product name, or something like that. Okay. You can write your features first and the advantage list and benefit list. So it depends. Sometimes you can make a very long one. Sometimes you can just focus on the benefits list only. So it depends on you lah. Which one? If you have, for example, your product is very technical, or maybe your service is very technical, you can actually use this second structure. Especially for insurance. Insurance have so many things to tell, so they use the second structure. But if you sell a very simple product, for example, cookies, you just use just some combination of A, B, or maybe you just focus on B. Okay. Okay, conviction also do not have to be distance from the I and B. Okay, but if you want to distance them, you can lah. Okay, if let's say you want to do a very long copywriting, okay, for iCar. So this one is actually the to actually convince your customer to buy your product. Okay, for example, like testimony, facts and figures, okay, or maybe the urgency, for example, like buy more, or maybe there is some price offer, bonus, sales offer and all. Okay, okay, you can actually include agency discount, free bonus package, and scarcity. For example, buy 10 free 1. or you can convince with a story, facts, and testimony. Okay, the last one, okay, after your headline, you make a distance using dot point. And then you need to make a distance another again after you write your I, D, and C, which is interest, desire, and conviction. Then you use another dot point to actually distance it. And the last one, you are doing your CTA, or we call it as call to action. Which is the instruction, or your instruction to actually get your customer to do some sort of action to you. For example, you give them your WhatsApp number, or maybe you give them your website, or like or comment, download for free, subscribe. If let's say you have a subscribe email list, okay. This one is a must. Right? This one is a must. The last one, for example, shop online at this one, Bitly and all. Okay. Which is you can actually use your WhatsApp number, you can PM us at something, or you can actually comment once. This one basically, if let's say you advertise your ads in your Facebook lah, your own Facebook or your own website or your own Instagram. So basically this is comment one. But if you actually put on somebody else page, you are using all these links lah. Okay. So the last one is the CTA. So then you get all your ICA formula for your hard sell. Okay, for example, this one, they have this, this is actually headline. This is actually IDC, the benefit, the part of the profit and all. This is the CTA. More than 3,000 positive review. This is conviction actually, but conviction plus CTA. For conviction. Conviction means how to convince. A positive review is actually conviction. Okay. So after you done this, you can submit to me. Any question so far with copywriting assignment? Okay, are you interested? This is it.
I have one question for FAB, which you mentioned insurance for second structure, right? They want, do I need to list out all the product or just choose one product?
Okay, this is one product because even for copywriting, on the product, I ask you two products.
For one product.
Two products, but for copywriting, you can focus on one product only lah. Okay, all right.
Understand.
Okay, so for insurance, of course, you have so many things to write, because
very much.
Especially for service lah, service you cannot see. And then you need to use a lot of conviction, which is convincing statement, convincing things compared to the product that you can see. Okay. All right. Any other question? Okay. No, it's simple, but the way I mark is actually I will see here's number one thing I will go through lah, the SWOT things, audience, blah blah blah, order targeting, ini. And then the last one is copywriting. This is the highest marks, 10%. So why is it the highest? Because I would go back whether that you use the keyword here or not. So choose your keyword wisely lah. And it's not just you just take it from Google Trends, put it there. Okay, these 20 product hashtag or keywords you need to choose in order to put inside the copywriting. For example, you put the keyword here, acne scar. This is the keyword, but it's not here. Okay, or maybe your copywriting, your ICA formula is all over but there is no keyword that you use from here, so less marks. Okay. For example, you are talking about price features here, talking about low price compared to the other product, but you're not talking anything on the copywriting talking about low price, so less marks. Okay, so basically copywriting here is not just you just write it. It will go back to the things that you did, from SWOT to audience targeting to target audience ladder to product keyword hashtag. Okay. So do your best. Let me go and see. Okay. Where's my book list? Booking list. Mana booking list saya? There I put this one. Okay. So next Tuesday, only paying limit group. The other, how many group we have? 2, 3, 4. 4 groups. Okay. So the other one group, I don't know. One more group, please put anywhere between lah. Don't put 27. It's too late, because after you checking your research question and so on, you need to go to do your data collection. Okay. Okay, let me see your group here. Okay, Sabiha already out. Sabiha, which group? Oh, she's not coming into any group. So okay lah. Okay. So with regards to your group, with regards to okay. So regards to your group, because I think there are 4 people in one group. Okay. So before this, I'm saying that in a group of 3 to 4 students, now we have 4 to 5 students. Okay, 4 to 5 students. So each group must interview at least 4 to 5. 4 or 5 customers, depending on the number of the group members. If you have 5 group members, so you must interview 5 customers. If you have 4, only 4. Okay. Okay, you can use Google Form survey, or you can use interview in the interview, which is face to face. But to make it simpler, just use Google Form. Of course, you can actually get a lot of findings from face to face interview. But if you are very serious on publishing the paper, do face to face lah. But for the sake of the assignment only, and you feel quite lazy to do all the data cleaning or whatever, you use Google Form. So you're open-ended. So for the next booking, I will ask you 3 things. Number 1 is your research title. So you need to come up with your research title. Number 2 is your problem statement. Okay, problem statement around 3 to 4 sentences only. Okay, just talk about it, or you can actually put more lah, but don't make it too long, like 1 paragraph. Okay. And then interview question, which is 10. Okay. All right. So how to come up with research title? Okay, let me go and see. Or maybe you don't have any idea what to do with this. Okay. PowerPoint. You can go to the slides. Okay. Okay. You can actually do choose a subtitle if you don't have any Any idea lah. Okay, for example, you want to actually do a qualitative research on consumption process. Consumption process, you don't have to go through the quantitative way. You cannot go through the quantitative way. You need to ask directly. Okay, how is the consumption process? For example, and this one must actually connected to the problem that you have. For example, we call buying process at McDonald's, for example. Buying process at McDonald's through food app, Grab or Panda, okay, something. Like me, I have a problem as a customer. For example, you buy from Food Panda, suddenly you wait like 1 hour, suddenly got cancelled. It's a problem, man. That's a problem, there. You can do a research like that, but you try to find something that is connected to some problem, that is small one. Okay, the problem no need to actually find from the article or journal news, no need. Okay, you can just ask your what you call your participant or your interviewee. You can ask them what's the problem with regards to the buying from Foodpanda or Grab or something. Okay, choosing a subtitle within the chapter, you must actually understand that try to choose something that is very subjective. Don't choose something that is quite objective. Objective means can be quantifiable, quantity. Okay, this one is for quantitative. Okay, try to find a subject or a title that is subjective, that is very not cannot actually count it, not quantity, which is going to bring you to the quality. And of course, your research title cannot have two words. For example, factors and factors affecting towards IVDV, for example, IV towards DV. Okay, IV towards DV. So this one is a no for qualitative. This is actually a relationship, and it can be quantifiable. Okay, subjective, for example, motivations. For example, perception. For example, well-being, ethics. Okay, consumer behavior have so many subjective things. That's why I asked you to do qualitative. So when you want to do research later on, for example, memory, learning process can it sounds like quantity, but it's not. Learning process process can but it's become, because it's not quantity lah. Learning process can, for example, like motivation. Okay, is it self-concept, thinking about opinion, perception about self-esteem, that one kind can. Okay, all right. Okay, so what kind of, once you have your problem already, once you have your problem, so start with the problem first. Okay, you can actually ask your future interviewee for a pre-interview lah. You interview them first. What's the problem with that thing that you want to do lah? For example, like food app or maybe McDonald's, something. You can ask. That is the what you call the easiest way. Or you can actually go to the newspaper. Example, like what's the trending now in the news right now? Apa trending sekarang ni? Salah. Of course lah, COVID kan. From what I see in the Facebook a lot is actually about the Nilofa one. Is it?
That one very hot issue.
You know the Nilofa issue? Very quite issue kan?
Very hot issue.
Okay, maybe you can do research about netizen perception on golongan kayangan. I don't know how to translate it. Golongan kayangan ada. I don't know apa lah. Rich people. Netizen perception on rich people, SOP, COVID tinggi. I don't know lah. Sometimes I think like business people they just do whatever they want just to create environment for marketing, which is so not good. And the marketing nowadays has been hijacked by all this thinking. I don't know lah. Even ethics also is a good research to be researched. Business ethics on marketing, especially with regards to our business people. I don't know lah. I think Western countries have all this problem, maybe issues on marketing with regards to their people, but our Malaysians especially, they love all this controversy. I don't know. And the reason why is that our customers supporting these things. This is what it is, but
Madam, in Malaysia, they always said bad marketing is a good marketing.
Yeah, it's like a culture, you know. But Westerns, when they see something bad marketing, they just they don't buy the things. They do a very voice out, their voice. They would just like ban the product on. Okay, so no, I don't think they have all that lah. Maybe they have some, but not so much. I think they are much more professional compared to us. Okay, so you can do a very hot topics like that. No one will. Okay, so how to once you have your problem, or you can get from newspaper, that is the best one. Okay, then you start doing your RQ. So how to get a good RQ? Number one is use what and how. Why? You can use three things: what, why, how. Okay? Now RQ like the question. This is different for RQ. Even RQ, if let's say you are doing RQ, if you want to do in your research qualitative, you can use what, why, how. This is the best question to start with. Why, how. Avoid using when, where. Avoid using this one, because this one will give you short answer. Siapa yang baru masuk? Very late lah, yeah. Udin already. Are you okay, Udin? Alright. Okay, avoid these two because this two is actually going to give you short answer. So basically, I will ask you the title. The title. Okay, the title you can craft after you have your problem and your interview question. Okay, and then make sure that your interview question actually only revolve around the problem only. For example, you want to talk about netizen perception on bad marketing among Malaysian business people, or netizen perception on controversy among Malaysian business. Lagi seronok kan. Okay, so Malaysian business people, okay, controversy strategy on their marketing. Okay, so you just focus on what is your perception. This is the question that you want to ask your participant lah, your interviewee. What is your, for example, what is your perception on controversy happening in Malaysia? What you can use several words, why and how. How do you think that will improve our Malaysian culture towards controversy and all? So you can use, so try to come up with 10. And then when you meet me, I will adjust your title a little bit. If let's say the title looks quantitative or sound quantitative, and then I will adjust a little bit on your problem. Is there any problem there, or maybe there's no problem, or you just quote a very general problem? I want a very detailed problem. For example, you want to have a problem of this necessary perception, talking about blah blah blah. Okay, so you put some sort of justification. Where do you get the problem? If let's say you ask your future interviewee, you put your interviewee that you say that you mentioned that our future interviewee among netizen blah blah blah. Even in Malaysia, we have a netizen club. I don't know, like you don't know if you know or not. Okay, we have so many clubs of netizen. Only in Malaysia, this thing happened in Malaysia only. We have so many clubs. So what this club do is actually they when they have something that is not, they found something that is not good, they will just go and bash, like berjemaah, like congressional prayer to the person that they don't like, they hate. So they have all these clubs and NGO, I don't know. Okay, so I don't know if you can find it there are, especially in the Twitter have these clubs a lot. Try and find lah, if they say they want to it, if you want to do this research lah. Okay, so then you come up with interview question. Then you can use what, why, or how. And then I will go and see whether that your question maybe looks like quantitative, then you need to change, or looks like it's going to give you biased question. What is actually a biased question? For example, a biased question like this. What do you think about Donald Trump? That is a biased question. But there are questions like that lah, but try to avoid question. For example, like biased question. Do you sometimes people use do you like green? That's a very biased question. So that's why if you use what, why, how, inshallah there is no biased question, but somehow some researcher can actually get into that biasness at some point. Okay, so once you consult with me, then you can go and do your Google form or maybe your interview. You can go and take your data collection, and after Raya we are going to meet again. I will teach you how to do your data analysis. Okay, there is no literature review whatsoever, but if you want to publish, you can publish this. If you want to publish, try to find some literatures lah. Basically in papers, for qualitative is quite long. Qualitative have long findings, so the literature review is quite short. only on the concept definition, a little bit of problem here and there, and then you can start doing all your findings. So it's actually very easy to publish with your assignment. Okay, so that's all. Do you have baru nak masuk juga ni. Do you have any question? Those who just come in, we just want to over and then habis dah ni. Okay. So do you have any question?
No, madam.
All
Thank
right.
you very much, madam.
Okay, so that's all. If you want to stay to ask me something, you can stay. Okay, that's all from me. Salam.
Thank you very much, madam.